Tonight we focus on the man who tops the list of the US Marshals most wanted criminals here in Arkansas. Police say this man, Brian Keith Freeman, killed his ex-fiancee nearly 7 years ago, but when detectives went to arrest him, he vanished. THV 11's Ashley Godwin sat down with the victim's parents as their daughter's case remains unsolved.
It was a budding romance in the small town of Ward.
When they first started dating, you know, he was just really nice. She really liked him.
When Lori Hannah and Brian Keith Freeman started seeing each other, her parents say everything pointed to a loving and lasting relationship.
He just really seemed like a really nice guy.
And he always seemed to be okay. Got that wrong, evidently.
Not long after the couple got engaged, Lori's parents started hearing about a different side to Brian that they hadn't seen before.
The controlling and manipulating that he was doing or trying to do, she just said that she just couldn't do that. You know, she said, we're not even married yet, and he's already acting that way.
In the fall of 2016, Lori called off the engagement, but Brian wasn't ready to call it quits.
He told me that she had ended it with him and wanted my advice on how he could get back together with her. And I just told him, I says, you know, give her 2 or 3 months. I said, walk away. I said, give her some time. And I said, circle back. And, you know, if it's going to be, it's going to be. But I said, if not, move on.
We know that Brian had sent text messages to several family members, pretty much a confession, saying I've done something horrible.
March 23, 2017, Lori was found dead inside her Ward home.
The instant that you find out, that's forever burned in your mind.
Lead Detective Jeremy Hammonds says police charged Brian with Lori's murder, but before they could arrest him, he disappeared, making one last phone call.
He called a female acquaintance and said over the phone that he had done this horrible thing, that he had murdered Lori and that he was going to kill himself there in the woods. And he said, I love you, will you say a prayer with me? And then hung up. And that's the last contact we have with him.
Investigators found Brian's truck abandoned in Royce City, Texas, next to a wooded area. Detectives have combed the area multiple times over the years, at one point even getting one of the largest search warrants ever. A multi-agency team and more than 20 cadaver dogs, all looking for any sign of Brian, but coming up empty-handed.
We had a couple of hits from the dogs. They alerted to different areas. We had Texas Rangers there with us. They went out and brought in a forensic team. We had forensic anthropologists there with us. No remains were found.
Leaving a key question unanswered.
Do you guys think he's alive?
No.
I do. I don't think he has the courage to kill himself. He had the courage to kill her, but not himself.
Now, U.S. Marshals are revamping the case, looking through the files once again to see if there's anything they missed.
It says you found a glove. Was it his glove?
We don't know if it was tied to him or not. That we didn't find a mate for it in the truck.
Also bringing in new analysts to profile Brian.
They will look at everything about him, determine, you know, if he is still alive, what would be where would he be? What would he be doing to, you know, survive, to get by this long?
Hammond says he'll never give up. He keeps a reminder in his office of the Marshals' most wanted man, a bottle of bourbon.
I've vowed that I will not open that bottle until he's apprehended. And so, or if it's, you know, if I retire and I haven't found him, I'll pass that bottle to the next guy, and I hope that they can do better than I did.
Well, there's a $10,000 reward for anyone with information that leads to Brian Keith Freeman's arrest.
And you can report it to the U.S. Marshals office. We've got that number on our website, thv11.com.